Hey folks, Mike here from Random Acts of Cooking. I have a really big, thick, good 1.5 inch thick T-bone steak. I'm going to season with brisket rub, Oak Ridge Barbecue Black Ops brisket rub, sous vide for about 3 hours, and then I'm going to smoke it and then sear it. Let's see what happens. Let me show you. Okay, here's this big old hunk of T-bone. There's a piece of hard fat right here I've already cut out. The rest of it, pretty much the way it came out of the package. It's still damp. I wanted it that way. I've got my Oak Ridge Barbecue Black Ops brisket rub. I've just repackaged an old container to put it in here to shake it in, or shake it on. So I'm going to cover this pretty good on both sides and on the edges. And then we'll get ready for the vacuum seal and sous vide. Okay, off to the vacuum sealer. Okay, let's get this steak over to the hot tub. Okay, we got the hot tub up to 131 degrees. This big old this big old T-bone is going to go in here for about 3 hours. That's it. See you in a few. Okay, here we are at the 3-hour mark. We'll get our steak out of this hot tub bath. Let's open it up, see what we got. Okay, here's our steak out of the bag, out of the sous vide bag. We're going to pat this dry, or pat some of the excess moisture off of it. I'm going to re-season it because in my experience the sous vide kind of dilutes the seasoning a little. So we'll just sprinkle a little bit more on here. Now, out to the smoker. Okay, since this steak is already cooked, I just want to smoke it. So I have my pellet smoker that I'm not using the pellet smoker portion, but I have my amazing tube smoker inside here with some cherry wood. I'm going to set this in here, and this is going to smoke in here for about an hour to an hour and a half. It's getting a little later in the day, so maybe only an hour. But anyway, this is going to give it a really good bath of smoke, and we'll be back in an hour. Okay, we've been smoking for just over an hour. I did flip it a couple of times during the smoking, kind of even it out. Now, let's get the sear box warmed up, and I'll meet you over there. Alright, steak, straight from the smoker to the sear box. It's been about a minute and a half. I'm just going to rotate it, give it another minute or so. Alright, let's get the other side of the old sear. Oh, that looks beautiful. Alright, now let's give that second side a little bit of a turn. Alright, let's set that. Oh yeah, now we're just going to do the edge a little bit. That steak is done. Okay, here it is. It's been resting for about 10 minutes. Nice thick T-bone steak, seasoned with Oak Ridge Barbecue brisket rub, sous vide for 3 hours, smoked for a little over an hour, and then seared for just a few minutes on each side. Oh, look at that. Alright, give that a little bit of a taste test now. Beautiful piece of meat. I would say it's got a little bit of a brisket flavor, but it hasn't got the really long cook on that brisket seasoning. But it's got a good flavor to it, really good flavor to it. I got the smoke from after sous vide and then smoked. And like I said, the smoke didn't cook it. That was just pure, just smoking it in the chamber. The sear really turned out pretty good on that. Good sear marks. Got that little bit of extra crust on it. Alright. Second bite. Really tender, juicy. A little bit of char actually adds another bit of flavor to the steak. I really like this. Anyway, if I do this again, the sous vide, I'm going to smoke it on a low temp, like I did with just the smoke tube, and then give it a real good sear, because this is really good, folks. Alright, hope that helps you. Hope you get to try it next time. Bye.